Hello, everybody. PTG, Proxy Table Gaming. This is no short. This is the full whammy.
We'd be done by now if not.
Well, true.
They're
We'd be out of
very
time,
short.
wouldn't we? Yeah,
A
very
minute is
short.
very short.
It is. I am Hyper G. You are Lucky Sixes.
Brap brap.
Yes, and we're out of time. Sorry.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed the short.
See you later. That was a good bat rep.
Yeah, I mean, there were concerns that we changed our battle reports into 1 minute versions, but the prototype didn't go down terribly well. So.
Oh, it was
No,
good.
it went down all right
it's
for a short, actually.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the shorts, everybody. Different,
Yeah, a bit of fun, aren't
bit
they?
of fun, yeah. Do something different every week, hopefully. So we'll see if that continues.
Indeed, but back to the real thing, the original broski, you could say.
I was about to actually.
Yeah, I knew you were. And you see the link; it's there. Battle report time, isn't it?
Yes, May, and we continue the prep for Black Country Brawl, and with a day over Navs. Happy days. Who doesn't like
to do that in a while?
Who doesn't like a day over Navs? Put your hand up now.
Well, nope, I can't see anyone.
Right. And
that's good then.
Continuing on with the High Elves, we go against Sylvan Elves, which is actually his list he's taking as well. So this is
okay.
It wasn't planned that we were going to both take these lists, but timings wise, it seemed quite cool. So as before, this is my list, very different to what I'm used to with them. But
it is, and even I can admit that.
Right, yeah. But yeah, so. Just something I was interested in doing and stuff, and like Double Phoenix with the characters don't really do much, and etc. etc. Went through it loads in the last one, but yeah, so lots
of characters don't really do much. Right?
In combat. Expectations in combat with the thing really, but they're both 6-up armor save, and that's it. So
that's all you need, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
That's all you need.
On to the Sylvan Elves, and this is. To quote Nav, classic 8th bull chisel.
Right.
I guess I'm paraphrasing, but
well, yeah.
But yeah, so
he would have said it a lot smoother.
Yeah, exactly as well.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So he goes with his typical minimal characters thing.
Very shooty. A bit of like combat and range threat and stuff, but basically just. The shooting is real in this.
I don't think we've seen Sylvan Elves since the new emblem either. I didn't remember seeing that emblem. Possibly. I think I pointed it out when we had demons on for the first time with the new emblem.
So yeah.
So.
But yeah, so he's taking this very MSU-y, I guess with the exception of the Thicket Beasts, but they're there for scoring and they're a pretty good unit. There was a few things that me and Craig said in the list building bit was like the Thicket Beast without the classic BSB with them and things like this, but it's Nav and he knows his stuff, so I'm interested to play it.
The Blade Dancers intrigue me. They always do. I never really get them.
Yeah, they've got MR. Just looking back at it, they've got MR4, I think. Ether Icon, cool. Ether Icon, and Obsidian Rock will go in the Blade Dancers. So
I see.
Hard target. MR4. They're tough to shift outside unless you dedicate loads onto them, and then once you're in combat, they're tough to shift anyway. So, we rolled up counter thrust and secure target, and obviously not knowing any of the deployments and stuff for Backcountry Brawl, and we're outside. It was very nice.
Oh, you actually played outside. Cool.
Yeah. So it was more because it was a nice day actually than any other reason that we won't mention. But he basically dropped for first. Clearly.
How rude.
I know. But he did it fairly early on and spread himself quite wide. So
do you reckon it has got to the stage where people will actually just drop for first to stop you?
I don't.
Or do you reckon it's still to benefit themselves?
I genuinely think it has more to do with ninth age than anything else. But I did.
That's your hot tip right there, guys. If you want to win, drop for first. Doesn't matter who you're against.
It did get mentioned a few times at the thing. So, but we will save that for another time.
When you win ninth age.
when I win ninth age, playing second. But yeah, so basically, I wanted to try and minimise all his shooting. On his part, he's got Heath. I'll try and get this right. I'm not sure with names. Heath Riders, some not Pathfinders, Sentinels. Then you've got 10 archers. Behind them's the Blade Dancers. No, behind them the Sentinels. Then 10. Where are his War Dancers? Maybe his War Dancers are just in front of that, just behind the tree, I think. Then the 6 Thicket Beasts.
Yeah.
Then you've got some.
Didn't they?
Yeah. Then on the hill, you've got either side of the archers. You've got the Wild Hunters. So good bit of rerollness. Then some more Heath Riders, and then finally the 14-man
Blade Dancers.
Infantry unit that are not
Forest
Blade Dancers. Forest. Yeah, something like that. But
we're so bad at Sylvan Elves.
Let's go back.
We're
going to go back. So the Forest Rangers.
That's half right.
Over there, yeah, right. Which meant most of his shooting was here on the left-hand side of the building.
Okay.
So I decided to not go on the left side of the building at all.
Sneaky.
And try and corner.
Of course, that's what happens if your opponent deploys first. You can just counter deploy.
Yeah. I can't say I counter deployed to match up. It was more just to get away.
Right. Okay. It's one of them games.
Sure. Come to me, sort of thing. So yeah, literally everything's in there. I'll see if I've got a better picture as well. So this is his very, very nicely painted Sylvan Elves as well, by the way. Yes, and this is me in the corner. So technically going on my right to left, but on the picture left to right, we've got spears with lancers in front. Then Sky Sloop with the grey watchers behind. Then Frost Phoenix in the middle behind the Impassable. Then I guess the Reavers, Flame Wardens, and Archers with my Lion Guard and Flame Phoenix. Literally all in there. I could have just put my tray down, and it would have been virtually the same. So
you just literally just tipped out your box, really, didn't you?
See where it lands. Yeah. Very much so. My characters are both in the Flame Wardens here. Mainly because I didn't know really what to do with them, because they've got no. I know that I should be putting them in the Archers, but it feels like the Archers are going to die straight away to anything. So I don't want them to go in a unit that's going to die straight away. So I put them in there because it makes them a nice run 25 as well. But we'll see. It's something I'm learning. I'm trying to learn to see where I actually want my characters to go. His turn goes first. He moves up and he's got like a lot of cover shots coming at me. In magic and shooting, he does this damage, so 5 Lion Guard and kills my Reavers off, which I was going to lose some. The Lion Guard, I was surprised I lost so many because of 3-up armor save and some cover or whatever, but sucks to be them.
Sylvan's right.
My turn, I decide to be quite aggressive on this right-hand side, and I'm pushing everything up to B here. So my Phoenixes both have like decent range. The Lancers, I'm pretty happy going in with the Lancers if something else goes into the Forest Guard, but I also want to tempt them into a crap charge sort of thing as well. Flame Wardens, I don't think, even if the Hunters go in, I think they can handle most things because it's MSUE. If there was like a big unit, I'd be more scared, but I'm just hoping he comes at me and charges my Flame Wardens, really. BSB stays there, but the Cosmo Mage bails out into the bunker. Again, showing my hesitation on where to put them, I guess. In my magic, I get Ice and Fire off on the Heath Riders, I believe, who I want to say one dies and they panic. is what I want to say.
Okay.
Awaken the Beast off them Flame Wardens, which I think he just lets off, and Oaken Throne comes off as well. So a decent phase.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they would have panicked if they started 5 and had 4 left.
So
but...
I killed one unit of Wild Hunters with Ice and Fire.
Right, that makes more sense.
And it panicked the unit of Heath Hunters.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Killing Wild Hunters with Ice and Fire.
Yes, right. Well, they've only got like a 4-up save, and they're re-rolling their armor.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Pretty happy with that. And this is showing the panic. Then on his turn, he charges the Lancers with his Forest Guard Rangers, and I flee because I ain't having any of that.
Good old set yourself up a flee path.
That's it, right? He charges with
the
Wild
Saurian.
Yeah, Wild Huntsman, and obviously they fail to get into anything. Wild Huntsman on the left on the thing go into my Lion Guard, just hoping to mop up some of them, and they get in. I think it was a 9 or a 10. It wasn't.
Okay, so you're going to take a bit of damage, but you should be able to kill them back.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with killing them, and then they're two relatively. I know they're only 5 man, but relatively big units for me to kill. Then So,
they're not cheap.
Then he moves up like so, just coming arcing round me. I can't do anything really about it. And this is now thinking hard about
it's just genius,
all his dice rolls. Yeah. He kills my Phoenix with all his shooting and probably a bit of magic as well, and I don't roll to come back.
Oh, so, poor Flareon.
Yeah, that's for the stats.
So were we keeping a tally of Warden's Bond?
No, but I will.
0 from 2, isn't it? Didn't your Frosty fail to come back last time?
Frosty did, but Flame Phoenix came back. Flareon came back.
Okay.
So I think that's 2 out of 3
1,
fails.
2. Yeah.
Is what I want to say. So, especially with the Warden's Bond, really not helping.
All right. So if someone could put in the comments what the running tally is at the end of this battle, that would be massively appreciated, because it'll get us a comment as well. So
That's it. In a really bad phase for Nav, he only does 2 wounds to me, and
that's incredible.
I kill him back. So
I absolutely expected you to kill him back, but I thought you'd lose at least a ranker then.
Yeah, me too. So happy days. So I charge in my turn with all 3, and as you can see, he's not only is he killed a Phoenix, he's also put 3 on this one as well. So this is he's just shooting is just insane. These 3 all go in. I put them all 3 in just in case only 2 of them go in, but with Banner of Rhymer and stuff and the big movement on the Chariots and the Phoenix, they all go in, and I'm pretty happy with the situation because I've got the Lancers to rally and come up for this secure target, and these guys I'm hoping actually to get Sky Sloop and Frost Phoenix the other side of the hill. For some cover and line of sight issues, and then for late game to come back. So pretty happy over there.
Have we spotted the other secure target? Is it all the other way on the other side?
It's in the forest with a thicket beast, and we'll see that in a sec. So Ice and Fire, I get off on the archers just here, hoping to get rid of them all. But I don't get rid of them all, but I get rid of a decent amount. Get Oaken Throne stays off. And I get Awaken the Beast again, so that sort of little trio. I don't know whether I got Oaken Throne off or he just didn't dispel it. I'm going to say the latter. But I also got Touch of the Heart off and a Fountain of Youth, so between them.
So that was your little combo that you were actually trying for picking your list. You designed that to be a thing, didn't you?
For some extra heals and stuff. So that was really, really nice. I don't know what he tried to dispel, but... I think
I've just let you have it all.
Yeah, I think genuinely what happened in both phases is I tried to get a Hereditary off with my first thing. I think with 3 both times, and he's just used all his dice to get rid, which has left me open to do some stuff. In my shooting, I turn around, do 2 shots here with my archers. Just what else am I going to do? I think Bow of Elu shoots at the Heath Riders at the top, who panic again and go back to there, I believe, or it's something like that. Anyway, in this combat, I mean, impact hits and the spears just obliterate them, and I get decent enough on the overruns to be where I am there. So I'm pretty happy with the monsters and the chariot, and they'll come into late game, and my spears will just stand there and let's go.
So the plan to dominate that flank has succeeded, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the wild hunters and the forest rangers gone, I'm hoping I'll get the archers points and maybe the heath hunters points as well, which is a decent chunk of points. 5 units of 200 a pop, whatever, 200, 300. So yeah, no, I'm doing all right. And I've only lost the flame phoenix really, which he just targeted with everything and doesn't have an aegis. So yeah, no, I'm not doing too bad. But then it's just
there's a lot to come,
and his shooting will just be constant. This is the thing. So this is him trying to get round the hill and seeing line of sights and stuff, but otherwise just moving up. Close up of the war dancers and everything, really, just coming around and not caring about line of sights through each other, blah blah blah.
They're very nicely painted.
They're really nice, really nice. I mean, most of Navs are anyway, and
thanks to Anita,
because Anita's they're really cool colour schemes and everything as well. So, but yeah, back to the game, and Oaken Throne and Healing Waters is off. In shooting, just again.
Oh, there goes those archers.
The archers won't trade well. A few Flame Wardens and another Line Guard just for show. Onto my turn, and again, I'd say fairly aggressive with the infantry units. I will say, however, that I made a mistake, not in my movement.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
in thinking that the Treekin / Thicket Beasts were monstrous beasts, but they are not. They're monstrous infantry. So I was getting quite excited that I managed to get a matchup with my Lion Guard of multiple
because you wanted your multiple wounds.
I was like, it doesn't matter whether 5 go in. Multiple wounds 2, I'll do a chunk of wounds there, and then the other guys can mop up. I'll say now that's their monstrous infantry for people screaming at the thing.
You soon found out.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my thinking is he's going to chaff me. I'll take the chaff, the next chaff, and get my guys up just to threaten later on if I can. The archers,
so Lancers have rallied and have gone for the secure target. That's handy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they should rally on a minimised 8. But obviously they didn't have the reroll, whatever. They might have had the reroll first time, I'm not sure. But and the Grey Watchers are just sitting there hitting stuff for the -1 to hit as well. So you think of all the damage he's done, that's still with some stuff with -1 to hit. So you're like, man, it's crazy. Archers I'm actually hoping he charges. So I move up.
Have you left your character with them, or is that a champion?
No, it's just a musician, actually.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. But no. Healing Waters on them, which is great. So give them a bit of stability, hopefully, for all the shooting coming at him. I managed to kill with the Sky Sloop the remaining 2 Heath Hunters over here. Heath Riders, I think. I keep saying Heath Hunters, but and this is his turn of movement. So
it's just crazy surrounding.
Yeah, and
these MSU armies,
and most of it is light troops and stuff as well. So he just don't care about where everything goes, which is good. It completely ignores my archers and moves up so that I can't chaff, which is fair enough. I guess from my part, I want it to be a bit better so that I could move around and chaff him with his war dancers at the bottom. So that's on me. But otherwise just moving up to just shoot as much as I can against the Line Guard and double chaff if possible. Healing Waters again on war dancers. I can't do much against them, and I'm hoping I'm not to get into combat, so that's fine. Archers die through. So this guy here could just see the unit and did a magic missile, I think.
Hail shot or something, was it?
Yeah, it might have genuinely been hail shot.
I remember seeing that on the list.
Yeah,
yes.
I
have no idea what it does, but I'm just going to say that caused it.
Yeah. Despite Healing Waters and obviously 3-up armor save, I still lose 8. Which is, I mean, they're focus firing now at least, so that's why I'm losing that many. On my turn, I charge with the spears into his flank of the Heath Riders first, who were chaffing up my lions, and he flees, which was a decent flee from him, but obviously I was quite pleased that I'd managed to set that up and do that, because obviously if I get that, then I go into his flank of his archers, then go into his bunker, and it's game over.
Yeah.
So then I double charge and get not a long one, but it's about a 10 to get into the archer's flank as well. And he flees that as well, leaving my line guard open, really.
Do they take it?
So then I charge in.
Yeah.
I mean, disclaimer, I hadn't realised at this point.
We know. Yeah, we know.
However, I had two options, basically, to charge his archers with his 2 characters.
Yeah.
Which I knew he would flee. Or charge his thicket beast, which I didn't think would flee. But obviously at the time I was thinking that was much of a better charge, because they're monster beasts and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But either
way. Did Nav know?
Well, I sort of in the next magic phase I asked, and it came to a thing. I don't think he was hiding it from me.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying he would hide it intentionally anyway, because Nav's a very fair player. But
not as... When I charged that, he was nonchalant, which made me question it.
He wasn't worried.
You know?
He wasn't worried.
Yeah. So that's just my assumption, really. But yeah, so another thing would be to flee off 2 of his units, potentially, and then take a charge from them, because the secure target is there, so they'd have to move away from it.
Okay.
But yeah, thinking that there are multiple rooms too, I went in, so I won't say any more on that. Otherwise, just move up like so. My flame wardens just turn and face, say bring it on, basically. I think my always 4-up Aegis will beat their 1 x 3-up, and I'll grind them out. So I'm pretty happy with that. My Cosmo Mage is in the spears at the minute, just for people wondering. And I keep my Phoenix there because I don't want him to die through shooting.
Yeah.
Get a Raven's Wing off on them, off on the Flame Wardens, and manage to go poop poop. And do the classic.
How did you go?
Poop poop.
Alright, yeah, cool. Thanks for
and killed, what's that? 5, which I'm pretty happy with.
That's pretty good. Yeah, really good.
Oaken and it obviously bypasses their magic resistance as well, so I was pretty happy with that. That little exclamation mark is they haven't misfired. It's the -1 to hit from the Grey Watchers.
Yeah.
And I've got Awaken the Beast for +1 strength off on the Flame Wardens, and grown back a couple of one person with Oaken Throne as well. So I'm pretty confident of that fight.
Yeah,
I'm strength 5, and he's -1 to hit. So I'm pretty happy with if he comes in now. Even
with 1 turn of 3-up Aegis, it's not going to hold out long, is it?
This is the carnage that came my way.
Wow.
I mean, I did have 10 attacks as well, and I am strength 6, but I think I do 1 or 2 wounds, to be fair, but I wasn't expecting the decimation that came my way off the back of this. So there you go. He counts down, so I've done 2 wounds. He charges me, and I will flee. He takes the charge and goes in.
As
well. So I'm pretty confident here. So I'm surprised but eager to see how this goes. And the thicket beast, obviously after the thingy charge, go into the spears. So we'll see. I have got counter charges, so I'm pretty happy with that if I can hold. It's all down to whether I can hold.
Yeah, I mean, even better if the Flame Wardens can beat the Blade Dancers and turn around, although you suspect with the 3-up Aegis they won't do it in 1 turn, but still.
That's it. I will have static combat rows against him as well, but we'll see. He shoots my Lion Guard and Sky Sloop off.
Yeah, that's 1 lot of counter charges gone.
It's genuinely a unit a turn. Just of anything he wants. Just goes. It's mad. Another picture of it.
I mean, it's not just standard Sylvan archers, is it? It's the sentinels as well that are doing the damage.
Oh, absolutely, but it's just everything. He does 1 on my Grey Watchers through shooting.
And the light shining beautifully.
I know, right? Artistic.
Yeah.
I lose my BSB, and
Okay.
I lose 2 Flame Wardens because he's got no save. This is the issue, really. But I do. I wipe the floor with them. It's not even close.
Did he not choose the 3 up Aegis? Did they choose
he did.
what they get?
He did.
Okay.
I just obliterated him.
You lucky sixed him.
He unlucky 1 and 2'd.
But no smileys there, hey?
So, and then that's that. So happy days. I lose a bunch of wounds. I do 3 wounds, maybe 2 wounds back. Just res 5.
By the looks of it.
Huh?
Oh no, he's changed
this
formation.
is after formation. I just res 5 and armor and Aegis. There's just such a rock. There's such a rock to get past. But yeah, I hold my steadfast at least.
That is an interesting reform though from him. So
he's done this
5
to
at the front.
I think he wanted to minimise the attacks from my Flame Wardens who have turned round to face.
Okay, as opposed to maximise his own attacks. Yeah, that's fair enough.
And this is showing the charge. I also charge my Frost Phoenix into the front because obviously you can see over, and there's the line of sight. So we'll see how that does. They both get in. I get Perception of Strength off and Favour of Melodist, so I'm pretty happy I'm not going to take as many wounds. But I had a choice between Flame Wardens and the Spears, and I decided to go for Spears so that everybody would be wounded on 5s rather than the Flame Wardens hitting on 4s. I'm very interested to hear people if the stats are better the other way around. I did have a choice, and I chose Spears. So
you got more attacks with the Spears, haven't you?
Yeah, if anybody could tell me that, that'd be great. This is me doing some wounds to the remaining Heath Rider unit who fled, I think.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Or him still fleeing, I'm not sure. That was one of the 2. In combat, I do 3 wounds total. Which I wasn't best pleased with. I don't know. Thinking like my Phoenix and everything going in, especially with the minus offensive and defensive, I'm like, I surely should be doing more than 3.
Are you hitting on 3s or hitting on 2s?
2s now, with everything apart from the Phoenix himself.
And wounded on 5s.
And wounded on 5s with everything. Even with Melodis, he does loads of wounds to me as well. So I just can't do anything.
No,
to this
touch them.
Rock of a unit is holding up my whole army, basically. He goes off, though. Happy days. So I get that points. I don't know whether this was shooting or magic, but they all die, and the Lancers pass their panic. Yay.
I was about to say, are we about to see a picture of Lancers saying see you later?
It was a mistake just to leave them within, actually, so there's that. We continue on, and I do 1 or 2 more wounds, I think, possibly 3, but just not doing anything. I just can't do anything.
Looks like is he attacking your character in Phoenix now?
Yes.
So you haven't lost his money in return.
The Phoenix is still, that's from the start, really. So just going against character with this 1, and it carries on. This is what happens afterwards as well. Is that I think this is his turn, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah,
you said he magicked off your Grey Watchers.
His turn 6. This is, and in this combat, everyone flees.
Everyone,
apart from my Phoenix.
Ah, right. Okay, I was about to say. How did both sides flee?
So what happens is, I'm obviously stuck in combat, and I think I lost by 2,
right,
and failed with my infantry units, and I continued to flee with
Oh, I'm with you. The thicket
the
beast didn't flee.
spears. No.
Right,
I did.
that was the part that was confusing me.
All of me.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, apart from the Phoenix. Gotcha.
So the
I'm with you.
Phoenix is stuck in play.
Mm.
The Flame Wardens flee but rally, but the
Ouch.
spears flee and do not rally,
Okay. Oh, so
meaning
4 points given up.
full points.
Yeah. Okay. And the character.
Yeah, well, this is it because the character's fleeing.
Mm.
Is he because he's fleeing at the end? We gave it as full points. Is that right? If someone's fleeing,
he's still got 33% of his.
So it should just be half.
It should be half of the character.
So yeah. But basically a really massive point swing right at the end, which took it to, in the end, a drawn objective 6-14. I was pretty happy with the game until literally this bit and these thicket beasts. I was sure I could get rid of them when the Lion Guard went in. Obviously, multiple wounds 2 wasn't whatever, but even with this, I was so sure I could do something, but it wasn't to be. And those thicket beasts ran my whole army down basically.
Yeah, I guess the killing power of Flame Wardens is always something that limits them as well.
And I mean,
just being strengthful
against a particularly defended unit as well,
tough
defensive
unit. Yeah.
So a good fun game.
A
few interesting things to see. I was quite pleased how much I was able to minimise his shooting, even though it was genuinely like any unit of his choice a turn. Apart from my infantry things, anyway, any smaller unit. But yeah, and we crack on, basically getting ready for actual battles in actual tournaments.
Yeah, and that was practice for BCB, Black Country Brawl, and round 1 coming up. People have already seen the draw, so they know all the details. You've got a grudge match against
there's a lot
Dan Thierry.
A lot of social media going on as well, so people might have seen that. So if you can stay away from that, but you get the lowdown anyway, right?
Absolutely.
That's what you come here for, babes.
Yeah, this is the in detail report of what happened. So
yeah, man.
That'll be coming up next, won't it? So
very excited.
Yeah. Okay. So, how are you feeling going into the tournament about your list? Because obviously it is unfamiliar. You've only played 2 or 3 practice games with it. Confidence higher than it was before you played your practices, or
I'm pleased. It's more fun than I thought it would be.
Okay.
I thought I'd just be pushing units around and people would just be taking me off, but it does. It does have a lot more tools than I give it credit for to start off with. So it's the games I've had have been fun against good people, to be fair. Anyway, so I'm just looking to go and have fun. I always have the don't get 20'd. Win more than you lose, try and get 50% at 50 points. That's every tournament, no matter what list. But I'm really deep down, I'm not expecting it. But it's got a lot of tools and a lot more than I thought. So it's whether or not I can play it well enough to.
Sure. So last question on your tourney prep then. Obviously, you can't change your list now because it's all submitted and everything. But having played these games, which you did after submitting your list. Are there any that you're thinking, I really went with the wrong choice there, I should have gone with this? Or are you content enough?
I'm pretty content. It's the things I want to find out on the long term, because you never really know that after 3 battles anyway.
Yeah.
The things I want to know is whether or not Bow of Elu is worth it over the Banner of Carmine, and I love the Banner of Carmine, so...
is the answer I gave.
Whether the Wardings bonds are worth it.
It's 2-1 down at the moment.
So, because he didn't even take a test. So I'm literally, I'm the other way. I may as well have had a 5-up sort of thing anyway.
Sure, yeah.
And what else am I looking for? Whether I can use the Lancers correctly.
I think they got the objective in this one.
Yeah,
so
and I think that's really all you could be looking for. But and which Phoenix I like better afterwards. I'll be interested to see.
Yeah, well, I suppose they're 1-1 in terms of survival then, aren't they, as well?
No, Flame, they both died in the last one.
Flareon
died twice.
Frosty's winning that battle then.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, great. So we'll look forward to round 1 then against Mr. Tyrion, the gnomish technocracy.
Absolutely.
Which,
It's going to be a treat for the
sight
eyes.
To behold. Yeah, absolutely.
If you thought this Nav's army was good,
true.
Log on next time.
Absolutely. Cool. We'll see you for the next one then, guys. Looking forward to it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because we love replying to comments.
See you later.